The Russia-Ukraine war is still continuing in full swing and it has reached day number 401. And between the stories of destruction and devastation, a unique story of espionage and counter-espionage has emerged from last year. The story is of Ukraine trying to offer $1 million to a few Russian fighters to defect along with their Sukhoi 34 jets. The Sukhoi 34 fullback is a twin-seater supersonic fighter bomber and the aircraft can operate in all weather conditions. It is designed and manufactured by Sukhoi, derived from the company's Flanker series of fighter jets. The Sukhoi 34 fighter aircraft has been instrumental in attacking Ukrainian positions with an average of 140 sorties daily and has been labeled as one of the most powerful fighter planes used by Russia in the Ukraine war. In the early stages of the war, this frontal bomber was used to conduct fighter sweeps and strike missions up to 300 kilometers inside Ukrainian territory at altitudes ranging from 12,000 to 30,000 feet. The Sukhoi 34 frontal bomber fleet has carried out most of its sorties over Ukraine using unguided bombs and rockets due to the limited availability of precision-guided munitions. The Russian aerospace forces have been conducting low-level flights flying at or below 500 feet using Sukhoi 34, Sukhoi 25 and Sukhoi 30 SM fighter planes. This tactic evaded Ukraine's medium-range SAMs, specifically the Soviet-made 9K-33 OSA and 9K-37 Buk systems. More than 10% of the Sukhoi 34 fullback fighter bomber fleet of the Russian Aerospace Force is said to have been lost during combat operations over Ukraine. But the reason for Ukraine to lure Russian pilots flying Sukhoi 34 was a special one. Only one of the jet fleets was equipped with cockpit technology and had appropriate training for contested low-level night operations, and that was the Sukhoi 34 fleet. So the pilots of Sukhoi 34 fleets were approached. Last summer, a group of Ukrainian volunteers working closely with their country's intelligence service apparently came close to persuading 3 Russian aviators who were in the midst of bombing Ukraine to defect with their warplanes in exchange for $1 million apiece. It was a bold, months-long operation like a movie, in the words of one of the Russian marks, a trio of exceptionally well-trained airmen who seemed amenable to betraying their motherland for a sum of money they would otherwise never see in their lifetimes. In each case, the plan was risky but straightforward. The pilot would fly his multi-million-dollar aircraft into Ukrainian airspace, where it would be met by Ukrainian interceptors and escorted safely to a designated landing strip. One offered to drug his own navigator pre-flight. Another proposed reporting non-existent technical malfunctions to hoodwink his co-pilot and central command. Ukraine would not only grant all of defectors full amnesty, but would outfit them with new passports as well as ones for chosen members of their families with whom they would be comfortably resettled somewhere else in Europe. At first, the Russian pilots all thought it was a scam, but they agreed to go along with it anyway, especially after the initial payments came through. But in the end, it never happened. Apparently, the Russian intelligence found out about the plan to lure its fighter pilots. The Russians say the FSB knew it all along and was just playing with the Ukrainians, while the Ukrainians claim that the FSB only got a whiff of it towards the end. The crux is that the pilots did not defect, but Ukrainians did get some sort of technical intelligence based on the information shared by these pilots.
Subscribe to Oneindia channel and never miss an update.